Hello there! Welcome to this drum lesson for Hey Ya by Outkast. So, yeah, great tune this. Pretty simple on the drums, so hence why I've got it in this beginners video series that I'm doing. So let's jump straight in. There's basically one pattern, but some different bits that we're doing. So let's go from the beginning. So it comes in after 3, which is a bit odd, but it's not that strange. See, 1, 2, 3, boom, and you're in. So the groove itself is pretty straightforward. It's basically a couple of time signatures. So you may not have come across time signatures before. Don't worry, it's really not that tricky, because everything that we're usually doing as a beginner is in 4/4 time signature. This just has a little bar of 2/4, and I don't want to go too mad on time signature, but all it means is, on a basic level, is how many beats you're counting within a bar. So in a 4/4 time signature, you're adding 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And then 2/4, obviously you count 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So what this song actually does is it's a kind of combination. So it does 3 bars of 4/4, 1 bar of 2/4, and then 2 bars of 4/4. And that sequence just repeats 4 times basically in every section. So let's break that down. So firstly, let's look at the bar of 4. It's really stripped back, this song. We're going to talk about that in a bit, but we're not doing really anything with the right hand, so it's just a kick and snare kind of groove. I'll just play the groove for you and then we'll break it down. So this is the main groove. Okay, so a little bit slower, it's like this. So what we're actually doing there is we're doing snares on 2 and 4 as normal, and we're doing kicks on 1, 2 and 3 and. Okay, so that's the bar of 4. 1, 2 and ba doom ba doom doom ba. Because that's quite broken up. Like I say, the track doesn't have hi-hats running through it or ride. I have actually added some ride in the chorus. The reason that I've done that is because on the track itself, the sort of acoustic guitar takes up that kind of high-end frequency. So the stripped back drums really works. But if you were to ever play this with a band, adding a little bit of cymbal just kind of live works quite well. And also just for practicing this pattern, if you need to practice it, you could practice it playing 1/8 notes on your hi-hat, so it'd be more like this. Okay? So yeah, practice that pattern. So that is your bar of 4. So in this sequence I'm talking about, we do 3 bars of that pattern, and then we do 1 bar of 2/4, which is super simple because that is just 1, 2. That's all we're doing for the bar of 2. And then we do another 2 bars of the 4/4 pattern again, and then that's the whole sequence. So 3 bars of 4, 1 bar of 2, 2 bars of 4. So I'll just play you that once round so you can get your head around that. So it's like this. Okay, so that's the sequence that basically runs through the whole track. Once more, a little bit slower, here we go. Okay, and as I say, that is the pattern for the whole of the track. So if you can get your head around how that is moving, it's really good, because it feels like it's just in 4, but there's just that extra bar of 2 that kind of puts you a little bit on edge. So just get your head around that. So there's a couple of little things that you can add in this, like I was saying. There's like a clap. There's some claps that are on the track. Obviously, on a drum kit, unless you've got something to sample a clap. Personally, if I ever have to play a clap on a drum kit, I like to use the rim of the snare drum. I just think it works quite nicely. So where those claps are is on the last bar of the sequence. So the last of the 2 bars of that sequence, we're doing 3 claps, which are on 2, 3 and 4. So if I just play that last bar with the claps, it's like this. And again, a little bit slower. I'll just repeat that bar a few times. So yeah, on the track, as I was saying, those claps are on 2, 3 and 4. 1. Gap, gap, gap. I'll play that within the whole pattern, so you can get that feel of that pattern. That is like this. Okay, so that's the clap pattern, which is really nice. It's, as I say, it's super stripped back, but it's really nice. Those, just as a note, those claps aren't the whole way through the track. They're basically in the first verse, the first chorus, and then the last chorus. So the rest of the track is just even more stripped back than that. Yeah, and as I was saying, when I usually play it, I personally add a ride when it gets to the chorus. It just, as I say, playing it live, it just sort of lifts it a little bit. So that's the same pattern, but just on the ride. So that would be like this. Okay, and then obviously you could do that. That's without the claps. You can add the claps. That sound like this. Okay, I like to add that in the chorus. That's me adding quarter notes. You can do 1/8 notes if you're feeling confident with that. And you can also in the verses add the hi-hat 1/8 notes or quarter notes, whatever works for you. The only other little thing is there's a stop in the second verse. Now that stop is that sequence I was talking about of 3 bars of 4, 1 bar of 2, 2 bars of 4. That happens 4 times in the verse. In that second verse, on the 4th time, it stops after the bar of 2 for 2 bars. So on that 4th time round, it will do the 3 bars of 4 and then the 1 bar of 2, and then there'll be a 2 bar gap before it comes back in, if that makes sense. So if I just play the 4th time round of that sequence, it will sound like this. Okay, that's stopping on that, stopping after the bar of 2 for 2 bars, and then it's back in for the chorus. So yeah, that's the whole track. So go now and have a try and have a play through of the track now. Here we go. Great. So I hope that went well for you at home, or wherever you are. Yeah, like I say, it's you can add as much as you want to this track. Obviously don't go too mental with it, but adding, you know, 8th notes or cymbals here and there kind of brings it up, because it's so stripped back. Or just keep it really stripped back, which is, I like it like that as well. And it's a good sort of discipline to, you know, as a drummer we always want to play everything, so not playing everything all the time is quite a good discipline to try anyway. So thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, tune in for the next one. See you soon.